Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor, Tenkar's Tavern blog. This came up a couple of days ago over at GameHole. It just came to my attention, I don't know, maybe yesterday. I wasn't feeling well yesterday. I apologize for the missed video. I slept through it. Um, Somebody asked GameHole, asked the admin staff, asked Alex Kammer if a certain individual in known to the OSR was actually going to be allowed to run games at GameHole. Now, you would think that this doesn't come up that much. It comes up a lot. It comes up even more bizarre than this. So I'm not using any of the names of the players involved because I don't think they deserve the attention. So, hey, blank, this is the response from GameHole. Are you coming to GHC, GameHole Con, this year? I don't believe you have ever attended. So that's why I titled this a concern troll, because this is somebody who does not go to GameHole, who is telling GameHole who they should and should not allow to attend. Okay. So, I am not very familiar with this guy. I know he has self-published some sophomoric RPG materials, but that is the extent of my knowledge. All right. And that raises an interesting question that we will have to tackle, as he has not violated any of our policies while at GameHole Con, and this individual has been at GameHole Cons, as opposed to the person asking the question. Do we have a responsibility to check through his and every attendee's background to search for things like this? You see, he is not a guest of ours. Now, he's saying guest. You can attend a con. You're an attendee. You're not a guest. You're an attendee. The guests are the ones that are comped to some extent. They're getting free admission, sometimes a free hotel room. Maybe their food is being comped. They are a guest of the convention. The individual question is not a guest of the convention. He's an attendee. He's not a guest of ours, nor would he ever be. He bought a badge and submitted games, as he has to other shows that I believe you have attended. As a non-celebrity, average gamer, now somebody's going to take offense at, I'm not a celebrity? Dude, we're not celebrities. A non-celebrity average gamer, how much responsibility does this show have to vet every attendee? Along those lines, do we have the right and responsibility to go through each attendee's social media and other background to see if their political views align with ours? And if they don't, ban them? I am not sure that makes sense. We are running a major international convention, not a dinner party. And that then begs another question. If this guy has repeatedly expressed, in this case, anti-trans views, are we doing him a favor by banning him? Isn't that the sort of thing that gives people like that oxygen? So, I appreciate you alerting me to this issue. The above is not rhetorical. These are the things that my team and I will discuss as we take a look at this. What I can absolutely assure you and anyone else of, if anyone expresses anti-trans or any other regressive opinions while at GameHole Con that is in direct violation of our very forward-facing policies, and it will result in a very swift and immediate crushing blow from a lifetime ban hammer. We have a zero tolerance policy for that sort of behavior. For things that people may have said and done outside of our show, well, that gets a lot more complicated. And I'm going to throw a little monkey wrench into this one. What if the conversation is happening with this individual and others, not on GameHole property, but during the convention, and they're all attendees, but maybe they're off site, and somebody overhears it? Now, is that an offense? Kind of like when the quartering got banned for being punched off site at Gen Con. These are rabbit holes, all right. And the rabbit holes because they go deep, they wind, and I don't think the answers are the ones that we're generally going to want to find because it goes both ways, right? These are double edged knives, double edged sword, and it's going to cut on the way down. It's going to cut on the way back up. I remember a couple of years ago. Actually, I think I was at GameHole Con when this conversation started up because they were, and again, I'm going to call them concern trolls because they never attended North Texas RPG Con, but they started uh, messaging the con asking what the con's policy was for concealed firearms. And the con's response was, well, our policy is the policy of the venue. In the state of Texas, you're allowed to carry concealed and open in a lot of places. No open carry in the hotel, but the hotel allows for concealed carry. So that was the policy for the con. People, there was a subset that were very upset that the con wasn't banning with the guns, but they were never the people that were going to be going to the con anyway. I think if you're going to have a voice in this matter at a certain convention, you should be an attendee. You should be somebody who's gone in the past. You're part of that community, and it's a valid concern. I can appreciate Alex's or GameHole's. I'm working on the assumption that Alex was involved in writing this because it's extremely well written. Because it does show you that there is a lot of ways that this can go bad. Because first off, are you going to vet everybody? Do you have to run their social media before they can attend the con as an attendee? I'm not saying, hey, if you're going to invite somebody as a guest, you better make sure there's no skeletons hanging out in their closet, right? You don't want any surprises. But an attendee, even one that's a minor celebrity, they're not going on GameHole's dime. They're paying their own way. As long as they don't commit an offense, and it's pretty much spelled out right here, while at GameHole Con, I think that it's kind of like a non-issue. Now, does that change when you become celebrity status? Okay, for good or bad, right? We can throw in the Satine and Jameson. We can go as to these conventions as special guests. Then you're like endorsing them by bringing them and paying for them, or somebody like Zach Smith, who was publicly banned from Gen Con, which apparently could potentially hurt Gen Con from making the ban public. And on top of that, why would you make this request a public request? If you want somebody, if somebody deserves to get banned, I don't believe, in very few circumstances, that a public announcement needs to be made. Maybe if somebody's getting banned days before the convention and they were on a special guest list, sure, certainly. But a regular attendee getting banned, why are we making an announcement? Why are we looking for an announcement? And why are we making that public? I don't get it. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on this because this is not an easy topic. Even GameHole is saying that. Listen, there's depth to this. But how far are they supposed to go? Are they supposed to vet everybody? What about me? Right? Some people don't like Tenkar. Person don't like Tenkar, ban him. Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. But I don't expect to have people running around the internet saying to conventions, Tenkar should be banned or Bad Mike should be banned. My bad, Mike. Associates with Tenkar. You know, it's. I always felt that things like this is something that should get taken care of behind the scenes. And I think personally, it was not in good taste to do this to a major convention or a small convention or any convention. Again, all these all these conventions have a way to communicate one on one. I think that's where it should have happened. But especially when you've never attended in the first place and likely you're not going to be attending the next one. So why do you care? All right, folks. On that note, if you want, there's a join button below. You can join this channel. We really appreciate it. Help support what we do, upgrade of equipment, services. But if you can't, subscribe. Subscribe and pass the word on. I appreciate it. My co-hosts appreciate it. We have a live stream coming up on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Another live stream Friday at 8 p.m. and Gamers Health live stream Saturday at 8 p.m. We do a lot of live streams on this channel. We are in the midst of the world of the endemic. What does that mean? It means use your common sense. All right? That's all I can say. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll be back tomorrow or maybe later today. There's something else I was looking at that I thought was an interesting story. We'll see if I get it up later today or tomorrow. All right, folks. I'm out of here.